obviously a few late goals in the end, but you must be proud of what your players gave you today.
Proud is an understatement. We're always going to come here and try and sit in and try and get that chance. And it worked. I think first half, we rode our luck maybe a couple of times. I think Dessers a chance in the first couple of minutes. But our shape was good. We knew that if anything, we're going to have to nick one early enough in the second half, and I think the 2 goals at the start of the second half killed us. And then we changed our shape to try and go a bit more adventurous, and we got picked off late on by a couple of late goals. But until you realise what you're up against and the occasion, these players were immense. I mean, to go from, we haven't played in a while. I think we haven't played this calendar year. It's our first game. So to come to Ibrox and lose 5-0 and put in that performance, they were unbelievable. But they always are for me.
How did you find just the occasion as a whole? You look at the support you had.
I said before the game kicked off when I spoke to the players, I've managed to keep a lid on it and emotions have been fine. Because if I lose it, then the players will feed off that. So I've been good up till it, but walking out, and even an empty stadium, walking out onto the pitch, hearing murmurings of how many are going to turn up, and the occasion just hits you. And I can't prepare players for that. It's something that they have to experience. And I think first 5-10 minutes we looked edgy. I think it took us 5-10 minutes to get to grips, and then we're okay after that. But we've been treated unbelievable by this club. Unbelievable the way the players have been looked after by the Rangers players and everybody here. It's been an unbelievable occasion, and would it be asking for too much if we get it again next year?
Could you sum up what this means for your football club overall? There's obviously you talk about the numbers that turned up today. I think the official attendance is over 36,000. What does that mean financially? What does that mean for you? Is it something that
some transfer kitty?
Is it simply? Well, that's going to be my next question. But is that something that would benefit you at management level for next year?
I think we're a different club. We're a different club to most. You've seen that by the young kids that we put on at the end. We're heavily invested in our youth system, and even if I did want to go and sign players for X amount, but it wouldn't have been the club's ethos to do it. So I would be told pretty firmly that we might sign 1 or 2, but we've got a policy in place which allows them. And to be fair, there's a lot of youngsters that were part of the squad, weren't part of the squad, and are coming through, which will have great careers at my level or possibly higher. They've got that ability. So in terms of you better ask the directors how much it means. But as you're coming along to these games, I think Rangers' form wasn't too great up until last weekend, and you hear murmurings of how if there's got to be and then they're loyal fans. You have to give them that, and I do think the one end stopped singing the whole game, even against a team like us. It was brilliant, and we'll have a calculator ready, I'm sure, at some stage. But financially great, but I think memories and being here as a group of players, management, that'll be probably more important to us than finances.
Can you talk us through your emotions when you seen Scott going through and having that big chance just before half?
Is he here? I think normally he puts them away, and it's probably a lot of weight on his shoulders to do it. We knew we wouldn't get that much chances, but for him probably it's more important scoring at Ibrox. For me, he's X amount of goals that are more important than that, and I think we as a club probably wouldn't be in this situation to play Rangers if it wasn't for players like him and others. So we played Falkirk a few years back when I was first in the job, and they were riding high in the championship at the time, and we went 1-0 down, but we scored an equaliser, and that feeling of going 1-1 with Falkirk with 20 minutes to play was probably one of the best I've had in football. So had Scott managed to put that one in, probably would have topped it, because you start believing we're going to get something here. And at that time of the Falkirk game, Lee Miller took 5 minutes to make it 4-1, a hat-trick, so that squashed any dreams. But no, I think you don't get much moments like it. It would have been great for us to score, never mind Scott, just for us to score. But don't take it away from the players. Their experience has been one of joy, I'm sure, regardless of the scoreline.
For you, Mark, in terms of your time at the club, is this a one-off game? Where does this run?
You know me well enough. I don't like losing, so I'm not gonna say it's a top. But like I say, I'm pretty good at keeping my emotions in check. I don't get too high when we're winning. I don't get too low when we're losing. But like I say, walking out into Ibrox, because I always come out before a team just to try and leave them in the changing room. But it did hit me, and it took me 5 minutes to calm myself down a wee bit and then get into the game. But then it takes over. You do it, but it's up there. I would rather won, but it's up there.
In terms of yourself and your staff, as a coaching challenge, you're thinking they're going to waste time, they're going to kill the game somehow, but you didn't really play like that. I mean, what was the conversations you were having with your coaching staff and your senior players before today?
I think we played with 2 strikers. Okay, they were very deep, but not many teams will come here and play with 2 strikers, so we wanted to do that to create, because we're going to get a chance. We probably needed at least 2 up there to break. And we've worked a lot in shape. To try and limit spaces, and I think we did that first half, and it wasn't till maybe the 2 goals at the start of the second half killed it, but then we went 4 at the back. It kind of opened up a wee bit, but it's difficult. We only train twice a week. Like I said, we haven't played this year. Even before that, we haven't played that much games to give us a run of minutes in the legs. So it was difficult to get up to speed. But I'm just overfilled with joy just now with the pride and what I've got for these players. Because to a man, even at the end, I think Big Brian there was tiring, Ross was tiring, and they still gave me, the club, and the 1,800 or so fans that followed us, gave them something, and I think they can be proud of their own efforts for that.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.